Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into something truly extraordinary, Neil Gaiman's InterWorld.
Yes. And as we've been looking through these excerpts, what really jumps out, I think, is how it takes this kid, Joey Harker, who seems totally ordinary.
Right, just a regular teenager.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it just completely shatters his reality. It's fascinating.
It really is. Imagine, that feeling when something familiar is just
Mm-hmm.
off, maybe a detail's wrong, or you see your reflection and it's not quite right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, today, we're diving into a world where those little shifts, that's just the beginning of something huge, like cosmic huge.
And what makes this story so compelling, I find, is how Gaiman and his co-author Michael Reaves use Joey's, frankly, bewildering personal journey to unpack these massive, really mind-bending ideas.
Yeah, it's not just adventure.
Not all. I mean, it's fiction, obviously, but it digs deep into things like quantum physics, parallel universes, identity, choice,
Yeah.
reality itself. So our mission today, really, is to follow Joey, see how he goes from this normal kid into, well, a key player in this massive interdimensional war. And hopefully you'll get some insights into these parallel worlds and, how one person's weird abilities can actually make a difference.
Okay, let's set the scene then. Joey Harker's normal life. Think typical sophomore year.
Right.
He's got this crush, Rowena Danvers, totally unrequited, of course. And his social studies teacher, Mr. Demas.
He sounds like quite a character.
Oh, definitely. The kind of teacher who almost gets fired for, turning classes into warring kingdoms.
Yeah. Apparently, he said, sometimes war is necessary to teach us the value of peace. Joey's dad, who's a city councilman, actually saved his job. Said Demas cares about what he's doing.
Huh. Interesting.
So it's this Mr. Demas who gives them this absolute bizarre assignment. He takes their phones, their money, drops them blindfolded downtown.
Seriously?
Yep. Joey's main goal through all this, just impress Rowena. That's all he's thinking about. It's amazing how Gaiman grounds it all in these small, relatable things before everything goes sideways.
Yeah.
But what do you think happens psychologically when those things you rely on, the normal, just shift?
That's a great question because Joey, he's trying so hard not to look lost during this crazy assignment, right? He runs ahead, trying to look confident, straight into this mist that's getting thicker and thicker.
A literal fog before the metaphorical one, maybe.
Exactly. It's described as more like walking through thick smoke, blinding in gray, and then, he steps out, and everything is just wrong, but subtly.
Subtly at first, yeah.
Like the McDonald's has a huge green tartan arch. The cars are all these bright, weird colors. Cop car lights are green and yellow, not red and blue.
It's that uncanny valley feeling, isn't it? Almost right, but disturbingly wrong.
Totally. Then he sees this girl who looks exactly like Rowena, his crush. But wait, she's got a buzz cut and brown eyes. Rowena has blue eyes.
Ah, the first big jolt.
And it triggers this memory, right? From when he was a kid, lost his mom in Macy's, thought he found her, but it was just a stranger in a similar coat. That same feeling. Familiar, but wrong.
And that feeling just escalates massively when he finally gets to what should be his house.
Oh, yeah.
The smell is the same. Okay, that's familiar. But the carpet's different. And then the picture, family photo on the wall. It's not him. It's a girl.
Josephine. His, alternate self.
Exactly. His female counterpart.
Yeah.
And then his own mother sees him and doesn't know who he is. And she has an artificial arm.
Whoa.
That's the moment it really hits him. He thinks, I didn't exist anymore. Somehow I'd been edited out of my own life. It's just a total gut punch.
I can't even imagine.
And it's more than just plot, right? It's Gaiman showing how fragile our reality, our place in it really is. How we could just splinter like a hammered mirror, like the book says. It really forces you to think about your own sense of self. And boom, welcome to the Multiverse.
And splinter is the right word because Joey panics, obviously, runs from this house that isn't his home, and then reality literally rips open like a tear in the air with this weird psychedelic background.
Just rips open.
Yeah. And out steps this figure, calls himself Jay, trench coat, mirrored mask, reflecting Joey's own freaked out face back at him. The voice is muffled, but Joey feels like he knows it somehow.
Creepy. And dangerous, I bet.
Instantly dangerous. These guys on flying discs, like Roman gladiators with nets, Retiari, Jay calls them, they're attacking, agents of the binary.
Okay, so the action kicks off immediately.
Totally. Jay saves him, pulls him away, but warns him, you've set off every alarm crossing from plane to plane.
Which means nothing to Joey at this point.
Right, he's thinking plane, like an airplane. I haven't been on one since Easter. He's completely lost. And somehow he blames Mr. Demas for all this, so he goes looking for him.
Which is understandable, I guess. His teacher set the whole weird day in motion. But this is where the scale just explodes, right?
Yeah.
Jay, who we learn is from this group called InterWorld, starts explaining about the Multiverse, which is basically all the possible Earths, like infinite variation.
Or infinite hers.
And he talks about quantum differentiation, the idea that big decisions like, say, a president deciding on war or peace cause reality to split, create whole new timelines, whole new Earths.
Wow. So every major choice creates a new universe.
Kind of, yeah. And these universes, these timelines, are kept separate by this chaotic place called the in-between.
Okay, so it's not just random chaos. There are factions involved.
Oh, big time. Two massive powers fighting for control over all these Earths. You've got the binary, they're all about pure logic technology run by an AI called 01101. They think opposition is non-productive. Those are the flying disc guys.
Got it. Tech versus...
Versus HEX, so the magic users, spells, talismans, sacrifices, ruled by a council of 13. Total magic empire.
So it's science versus magic, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And Jay says the Multiverse actually works best when those two forces are balanced, which is where InterWorld comes in.
Ah, the good guys.
Sort of the referees, maybe. Jay calls them the sugar in the gas tank, the chewing gum on the seat.
Yeah.
Their job is just to maintain that balance, stop either side from totally taking over.
Jay's one of their operatives.
Okay, that's a lot to take in for Joey. And for us.
It is. But before he can even process it, things get worse. He finds Mr. Demas, and Demas actually recognizes him. But then Demas tells him that in this world, Joey Harker drowned. He says, I spoke at your memorial service.
Oh, man.
Brutal.
Heartbreaking, right? And then, bam, enter Lady Indigo. She's described as a witch with cat's eyes. He hits Joey with a spell, calls him Ambrosia from an elemental, basically a walking power source.
Ah, power source.
Yeah.
Okay.
And her backup arrives, Scarabus, this bald, tattooed guy, and Neville, who looks like a jellyfish man. Suddenly, Joey's not just lost, he's valuable prey for HEX.
So from bad to worse, now he's a prisoner.
Prisoner on a pirate ship, the Lacrimae Mundi, sailing through the nowhere at all, this crazy void with stars above and below. He's under Lady Indigo's spell, forced to obey, but his mind is screaming.
That's terrifying. What does she want with him?
He overhears her plan.
Yeah.
Use his energy, this bottled undead walker energy, to power her ships for a massive attack on some other world.
Oh, great. So he's literal fuel.
Pretty much. But this is where Jay comes back in, heroically. He infiltrates the ship, disguised as Scarabus, using this cool tech called an encounter suit.
Nice.
He finds Joey, breaks the spell, and their only way out is jump off the ship into the void.
Just jump into nothing.
Into nothing. And Jay's yelling at him, walk, not with your legs, with your mind. Joey's totally freaking out, remembering falling off a wall as a kid.
Understandable. How does he even do that?
Somehow, he pushes past the panic, focuses, and they manage to land, or walk, into the in-between.
Okay, you mentioned the in-between earlier. What is that place like?
Chaos. Pure chaos. Joey calls it a psychotic landscape, like a giant lava lamp. Think floating geometric shapes, pulsing and throbbed, things whizzing by, a stylized mouth opening in midair.
Sounds trippy.
And synesthetic, you can hear colors, can see tastes. It's just this unstable, dangerous, totally alien dimension between the worlds.
Wow. Okay, so they're safe from Lady Indigo, but stuck there.
Exactly. And it's here, in this chaos, that things get really pivotal and sad. Jay's badly hurt from the escape.
Oh, no.
He finally tells Joey the truth. Joey is a walker. That's why he could navigate the in-between. Walkers are these rare people who can naturally move between worlds. That's why HEX and the binary both want him so badly.
Ah, so that's his ability. He's a walker.
Yep. Jay also warns him about mudluffs, these weird things he calls polydimensional toothpaste, maybe the origin of old demon myths. And then this monster attacks them.
Oh, God.
I know.
Yeah.
And Joey, showing this spark of empathy, tries to save a little mudluff that gets trapped, a creature that gets named Hugh later on.
He tries to save it.
Yeah. But Jay pushes Joey out of the way, takes the hit himself.
Jay dies.
He does. It's a really powerful moment of self-sacrifice.
Yeah.
Especially when you realize, well, we'll get to that. Jay's dying words are crucial, though. He tells Joey, tell the old man, my replacement gets my highest recommendation.
The old man. Who's that?
We'll find out. And Jay draws this equation in the dirt. He calls it a paradox equation, a mimetic talisman.
Like a key.
Exactly. A mental key to find InterWorld. So Joey takes Jay's suit, the little mudluff Hugh sticks with him, communicating through colors, apparently, and Joey uses that equation to walk to find InterWorld Prime.
Okay, so he finally makes it to InterWorld HQ.
He does. Base town, It's this amazing domed floating city that jumps around in prehistoric timelines so no one can find it.
Smart. And who's there?
His new family,
Yeah.
which is, well, it's other versions of
So
himself.
wait, what, all Joeys?
Pretty much. There's Jai, who's meditative and uses big words. Joe, who has actual wings from a magic world. Jacon, who's kind of wolf-like and a prankster. Joseph, who's super strong, like a walking tank. And Jo, who's part computer, uses bioneurotic entities, has a laser arm.
That's insane. A whole team of Joeys.
It perfectly illustrates the whole Multiverse concept,
Sure.
right? All the different paths one person could take. And the training is intense. Martial arts I'd never heard of. Applied magic, applied science. Exams that would make Mensa gulp.
And who's in charge? The old man.
Yep. And surprise, the old man is another older, more grizzled version of Joey.
Wow. Okay, that connection to Jay makes more sense now.
Right. The old man explains InterWorld's mission, maintain the balance. He recruits Joey officially, tells him he's Jay's replacement. But he also blames Joey for Jay's death, puts a lot of pressure on him.
Ooh, tough start. So they send him out on a mission.
A training mission, yeah.
Yeah.
His new team, all the Joeys, get sent to coordinates supposedly pointing to a science-based world. They need to retrieve a beacon.
Sounds straightforward,
Well,
which probably means it isn't.
you got it. They arrive. City looks futuristic, sleek, scientific. Hugh, the little mudluff, actually followed them, which is a surprise. Joe finds the beacon, grabs it, and the whole city changes. Like flipping a switch. Art Deco skyscrapers became Gothic towers. Airships turn into winged dragon-like creatures.
It was a trap.
A total illusion. A glamour. A spell of seeing. It was a magic world disguised as science. The beacon was really a talisman. And guess who's waiting?
Valiant Indigo.
Bingo. Lady Indigo, Scarabus, Neville. It was a HEX ambush. The team gets overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Jai, Chacon, Joe, Jo, all captured. Lady Indigo is about to hit Joey with that paralyzing spell again, planning to use him to power her fleet.
Oh no, not again.
But little Hugh intercepts the spell, blasts Lady Indigo back, buying Joey just enough time to walk out of there.
Wow, Hugh saved him, but he had to leave his team.
He did. He gets back to base town alone. He's interrogated, probably looking like a failure. And then the old man delivers the final blow. You're going home. We're wiping your memory, your walking ability.
Oh, wow. After everything.
And the old man just says, cold as ice, it's already done. Joey wakes up back on Earth. No memory of InterWorld, the Multiverse, nothing. Like trying to remember a dream? Kids are calling him Saucer Boy again. It seems like it's all over.
That's incredibly harsh. Is that really the end?
You'd think so. But Gaiman weaves in this beautiful, simple trigger for his memory. He's back home playing with his baby brother, Kevin, who they call the Squid.
Okay.
And they're blowing bubbles. Kevin points at a bubble floating by and says, Hugh.
Like Hugh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That sound, the sight of the bubble may be reminding him of Hugh's form. It's the key. Joey remembers Hugh, then Jay. And the old man's words echo back. It all came back, hard and fast.
Yes. Okay, memory restored, but now what?
Now he has this awful choice, right? Stay home, be safe, protect his family by just being normal again, never walking. Or leave forever, embrace being a walker, rejoin InterWorld, but risk leading enemies back to his home world and never seeing his family again.
That's a heavy decision for a teenager.
Huge. He actually goes back to Mr. Demas, poses it hypothetically. Does one person's happiness, or even one person's life, outweigh the fate of countless worlds?
And what does Demas say?
Demas doesn't give a simple yes or no. He just says, about this hypothetical person, he knows the possibility exists, which kind of confirms the reality of the choice.
So Joey decides to leave.
He does. And the farewell with his mom. It's heartbreaking. She somehow knows. She gives him this pendant, a glowing blue-green stone, and tells him, I love you, I'll always love you, and I know you're doing the right thing. It just hurts, that's all.
Oh, wow. That's powerful.
It really is. So, guided by Hugh, who finds him again, Joey walks straight back into the danger zone, the Shadow Realm, where HEX is holding his team.
He's going back for them. Okay,
Yeah.
This is where he really steps up.
Absolutely. He finds them in this horrific rendering room on a ship called the Malefic, run by some guy named Lord Dogknife. They're literally about to be boiled down into Walker essence fuel.
Like in a giant pot.
Yeah, the book calls it a cartoon cannibal pot. It's described as hell on a ship. Joey just kicks the cauldron over. Total chaos erupts.
Nice.
And he frees his team. Joseph the Strong One just kicks down a secret door. They find the engine room. And it's powered by these bottled Walker essences, right? Captured souls, glowing like fireflies. Horrible.
Truly awful. But the team comes together now.
Big time.
Yeah.
Jai uses his mind powers to shatter all the jars, freeing the souls, but the souls are full of hate and revenge, and they start attacking the ship's engines.
Uh-oh. Friendly fire.
Sort of, yeah. Causes a massive explosion. Lord Dogknife shows up, hyena-faced dude, smells like rotten decay, and he's trying to recapture the souls using Hugh's prison again.
Man, this kid cannot catch a break.
But this is Joey's moment. He doesn't fight. He uses his mom's pendant, thinks about hot summer days, family memories, connects with the soul's light, calms them down. He actually talks Dogknife down, convinces him to stop, release the souls, release Hugh.
Ooh, he used empathy, not force.
Exactly. It shows how much he's grown. He's a leader now, in his own way.
Okay, but the ship's still exploding.
Oh yeah, it's collapsing. J.O., the tech Joey, has this cool sword fight with Scarabus and wins. They need to escape. Joseph throws a piece of the ship's mast like a javelin towards this shrinking portal to the in-between.
Incredible.
Lady Indigo tries one last spell, but Joey throws some weird powder from the rendering room at her, disrupting it. The ship blows up behind them, pushing them through the gate.
Phew. They made it.
Yeah.
Back to InterWorld.
Back to InterWorld. And they get debriefed by the old man. Joey's probably expecting, maybe a pat on the back.
Medals. A parade.
Nope. The old man dresses them down, calls it plain dumb luck, says they broke every rule, calls Joey overconfident, foolish, ignorant.
Seriously. After all that.
But then he finishes with, still, as teams go, I think you six may have potential. Well done. Dismissed.
Okay, that's the grudging respect.
That's the win. The team looks at each other and they get it. They're a team now. 7 in the team, you should have said, because Hugh's part of it too. They have potential.
What a ride, huh? From that weird social studies class to saving, well, not quite the universe, but his team, his friends, and all because he kept trying to do the right thing, even when it was impossible.
It really underlines that theme, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He didn't just find a new dimension. He found a purpose, a new kind of family, all built around this idea of balance in a chaotic multiverse.
Absolutely. He found where he belonged, maybe?
Which brings up a fascinating question for all of us listening to this. Joey's journey, it's not just about cool interdimensional travel, right? It's really about finding your place, figuring out what you're willing to stand up and fight for, even when the odds seem impossible, even when you don't know what's coming next.
Yeah, that's really resonant.
He wasn't born super powerful. I mean, he had the walking ability, but his real strength came from his empathy, like with Hugh, his courage facing down Dogknife and, stepping up to lead his team, freeing those souls. That's what defined him in the end. So maybe the final thought for us is, if our world is just one possibility among infinite others, what kinds of impossible challenges might we face? And maybe more importantly, what hidden potential might we find in ourselves and in the unexpected people who become our family along the way?
Something to definitely think about. What a story.